Right, we're on our last matchup of the first round. David Duval versus Paul Azinger. Remember, we're using Made the Cut Golf Game Sports Simulation. Alright, let's start it off. Duval will be red and Zinger white. We'll see who goes first. And it's going to be Azinger. Alright, and we're on par 1. We're on hole 1, a par 4. And it's -7 on the first putt. Azinger needs a 65 or lower. He rolls a 26, so he's on the fairway. Alright, Duval now. He needs a 72 or lower. He rolls a 75, which he's going to be on the first cut. Let's see. Alright, so he's going to go first. First cut, he's getting a -5 to his par 3 approach. So he needs a 60 or lower to get on the green. He's on the green. Back down to Azinger now. He needs a 65 or lower. And he's on the green. He'll go first. So he needs a 33 minus the 7. It'll be a 26 or lower for the birdie. And he doesn't get it. Let's see if he can get a gimme. 97. And he pars. Back to Duval. He needs a 33, so the same thing. It'll be a 26 or lower for a birdie. He doesn't make it. 97 or lower for the gimme. And he pars also. Neither one took advantage of the birdie shot. Hole 2, par 4. So Azinger again will go first. 65 or lower. And he's on the green, on the fairway. Duval, 72 or lower. And he's in the first cut again, just like last time. Let's see, -5, so 65. It'll be 60 or lower. And he's on the green. Back to Azinger now. Azinger needs a 65 or lower. And he's on the green. So he'll go first here. 33 minus, plus 3 this time. So 36 or lower. And he doesn't. Let's see him get a gimme. 97. And he pars again. Not taking advantage of it. David Duval needs a 36 or lower birdie. And he sinks it. Taking a 1-stroke lead now. So we're on to hole 3 now. It's a par 4. So Duval will go first. 72 or lower. And he finally gets on the fairway. There's his third shot. Azinger now 65 or lower. And he doesn't. He's on the first cut. Stay here with him. So that's going to drop him down 55 or lower. And he's on the green for a third straight time for a birdie. Can he take advantage of it? David Duval now 70 or lower for the green. He's on. And now it's a -1 on the first shot. So 32 or lower for Duval. And he sinks another birdie. Gonna put him 2 strokes over. Can Azinger answer here? 32 or lower for the birdie. He doesn't do it. 97. And he pars again. He's down 2 strokes. We're in the 4th hole. Par 3. -11 on the first shot. So we got Duval going first. Par 3, he needs a 65 or lower. He didn't do it. That puts him on the fringe. Azinger now, his 3 is a 65 or lower. I'm sorry. He's a 60 or lower. And he's on the green. To Gur. That's going to get him a 55. And for his Gur putt is going to be a -10 added on to it. So we're on the fringe. So he needs an 81 or lower. And he does. That's his second shot. Let's see if he can give me a gimme now. 97 minus the 11 will be 86. And he pars. So we're down to Azinger now. He's got a minus 10. So minus 20, 21 off the shot now. He basically needs a 12. No, a 12 for a birdie. Well, that would have been, yeah, that's a birdie. And he doesn't do it. 97 now. And he pars. All right, we're on hole 5, par 4. So we got Duval going first still. So 72 or lower. And he's on the fairway. Azinger now. 65 or lower. He's on the fairway also. Go back to Duval. So he gets a +5, so 70 or lower. He doesn't do it. He's on the fringe. Go down to Azinger now. He gets a 65 or lower. And he's on the green. Go back to Duval on the fringe shot here. He's got an 81 or lower. And he gets on. So let's see if he can get the gimme for par. 97 minus the 5. And he doesn't do it. That was a 92. He's going to go 1 over, 97 or lower. Yep, he's 1 over. +1 on that shot. That takes him back down to lead him by 1 stroke. Well, Azinger going for the birdie. He's got a 33, -5, 28 or lower. And he sinks it. And that's going to tie it back up. After a bad hole for Duval there. So hole 6, par 4, -3 on the first putt. And we're going to go down to Azinger here on the par 4. 65 or lower. And he's on the fairway. Go back up to Duval. 72 or lower. And he's on the fairway. Azinger now. 70 or Azinger, yep, 65 or lower. He's on the green. Duval now. 70. He doesn't. That's going to put him in the rough. He's going to shoot again. He needs a 24 or lower. He doesn't do it, so he's going to be short game. We'll go back to Azinger now. He's got a 33, -3. He needs a 30 or lower for a birdie. He doesn't do it. 97 for a par. He does. Still down by a stroke. Here's a tough shot for Duval now. -3 off the short game. 34 or lower for a par. He doesn't do it. He's going to go 1 over again. He gets the 97. But he just killed himself the last 2 holes here. Lost his 2-stroke lead. That's putting Azinger up by 1 now. Going to the 7th hole. Par 3. Azinger's going first. Par 3. 60 or lower. For the green. He's on. 1 gur. He shot a 22. So he's going to be a +3 to his shot. Now we go to Duval. Needs a 65 or lower. He's on. He rolled a 6. He's going to get a +10 to his. So we go back to Azinger now. He's a 33. That'll be 36. -9. Will be a 25 or lower for a birdie. Can he do it again? He doesn't sink it, and he's a 97 or lower. And he pars. Can Duvall take advantage of it with a +10? So it's going to be a -1. Oh, he's going to get a +1 to his 34 now. He doesn't sink it. Can he get the gimme? 97, he does. And couldn't take advantage of that hole. So we go to the 8th hole now. Par 4. With Azinger leading, we're going to go back to him leading off with 65 or lower. Nope, 96. That's going to put him in the rough. One rough. Duvall now, 72 or lower. He doesn't do it either. 92. He's in the rough. We'll go back to Azinger now. He's in the rough. And let's see. The rough. Hold on. 93. Yep, rough. Rough. That was a par 4. So -10 for Azinger. Off his par 3 tee approach here. So 50 or lower, he gets on the green. Go back up to Duvall. He's getting a -10 also, 55 or lower. He doesn't do it. He's on the fringe. Let's stick with him. He needs 81 or lower now. Doesn't get it. He's going to the short game. Go back to Azinger now. He's on the green. He's got a 33 -1, 32 or lower. Doesn't do it, 97 or lower. He pars again. We go to Duvall. -1. Needs a 36 or lower to save par. He does it. Couldn't afford to go down by 2. Going into the 9th hole now. Par 5. -9 on the first shot of the putt. And Azinger is going to go first. Par 5. He needs 65 or lower. Then he can go for the green. He gets on. He got a 48. That's on the fairway. So he's going to get to shoot for a try to get on the green. Duvall now, 72 or lower. And he's also on there. Fairway. Go back to Azinger. Azinger needs a 85 or lower to attempt to get on the green. See if he can roll it. He does. So now he's got a roll here. A 22. Anything under 60 to that 23 will put him on the fringe -30. So he needs a 22 to get on the green. He rolls a 85, so he's over. So he's not going to be either. So we're going to go back to the fairway shot. 70 or lower. He rolls a 89. That's going to put him in the rough. He's in the rough. Now we got Duvall trying for it. He needs a 72 or lower to even attempt it. He gets to, so he needs a 36 or lower to get on the green, or a 65 or lower. He does neither, so he's shooting from the fairway again. An 8. That's going to put him on the fairway. So we're going to do Duvall. He's on the 3rd shot now from the approach here. So he's on the fairway. He gets a +5, so 70 or lower. So he's on. He's on the green, going for birdie. Now we got Azinger in the rough. -10. He needs a 55 or lower. He doesn't do it. -10. That's going to put him on the fringe. 3 fringe. Let's see, the par 5 instead of 5. So I messed up on that one to help him out. I don't remember what he had. Okay, so he's on the fairway. No, he's on the fringe. Okay, so Azinger, he's a 79 or lower. And he does. He gets a gimme here. This will be his 5th shot. He needs a 97, -9, 88, 89 for the gimme. And he pars. Going back to Duval now. Duval has a 33. -9 will be 24 or lower for the birdie. He needs it. Doesn't get it. Can he get the gimme? 97 or lower. He pars. Not helping his cause at all if he took an early lead here in the front 9. So he's at 35 out. And he's going to be 34 for Azinger, who's got a 1-stroke lead here going into the back 9. So he's going to lead us off here with a par 4 on hole 10 with a -9 on the first putt. So Azinger, 65 or lower. He's on the fairway. Duval, 72 or lower. He's on the fairway. Going back to Azinger, gets a +5, so 65 or lower. To get on the green, no, 85. That's going to put him in the rough. Duval now, 70. And he's on the green. Can he start taking advantage of these birdie shots? Back to Azinger in the rough. 79, 31 or lower. And he doesn't do it. So that's going to be on the short game. We're going to go to Duval now. Has a 33. So it's going to be a 24 also. Oh, yep, -9. 24 or lower for the birdie. He doesn't do it. Can he get the gimme on a 97? And he pars again. Not taking advantage of those. Azinger now. He's a 41 minus the 9. That's going to be a 32 or lower for birdie. Doesn't do it. 97 or lower now. He pars. Hole 11, par 3. +3 to the first putt. And we're going to go to Azinger. So on par 3 here, 60 or lower, he's on the green. And he is. One gur. And he's going to get a 54 on the red here. That's going to minus 10. -10 to that shot. Not good. Back to Duval now. Needs a 65 or lower to be on. Doesn't do it. He gets an 80. That's going to put him in the rough. Shooting from the rough now. He needs a 24 or lower. Doesn't get it. That's going to put him on the short game. +3. So 40 or lower. And he doesn't do it. He's going to go +1 here. If he can get a 97 or lower. Another +1. Killing him. Azinger now. A 33. So it's going to take him a 36 -10. So 26 or lower. He birdies. Doesn't do it. Can he get a gimme? 97. And he pars. 12th hole, par 4, Azinger, 65 or lower, 75, he's going into the first cut. Duval now, 72 or lower, and he's on the fairway. We'll go back to Azinger, he's on his third, he's on the par 3 approach. And his first cut is -5, so it's 55 or lower to get on the green. He does it. Back to the ball. Gets a 70. He doesn't do it. That puts him on the fringe. His fringe shot's going to be at 81 or lower. And he gets on the green. He gets a gimme now. 94 or lower for par. And he pars. Now we got Azinger. He's got a 33. So it's going to need a 30 or lower for the birdie. And he sinks it. That's going to put him up 2 strokes now. Which Duvall had the lead early in the match. First 3 holes. Now he's up by 2 strokes. We're going to hole 13 now. Par 4. And we're going with Azinger. Par 4, he needs a 65 or lower. And he gets on the fairway. Duvall, 72 or lower. He's on. Okay, Azinger now goes up to a 65 for the green. He's on. Back to Duvall. He's on the fairway also. 70. He went over. That's going to put him on the fringe. He needs a 81 or lower. He does. He gets the gimme now for 100. He should have it. Yep, so he pars. Back to Azinger. 33 plus 3, 36 or lower. He can go up by 3 strokes. He doesn't do it. Missed it by a few inches. 97 or lower now for a par. He does it. 14th hole. Azinger up by 2 strokes. It's a par 4 with a -13 to the first putt. Par 4, 65 or lower. He's on the fairway. Duvall now, 72 or lower. He gets on. Go back down to Azinger. 65 or lower. He's on the green. Duvall needs to pick it up here. 70 or lower. He's on also. Can you take advantage of it? Both of them have a shot here. Azinger, -13. That's going to give him a 20. Can he do it? He doesn't. Can he get the par? 97 or lower. He does. Here's Duvall's shot, folks. And he gets a -13. That's a 21. Nope. 13. That's going to be a 20. Can he do it? He doesn't sink it. Can he get the par? And he does. Didn't take advantage of it. They got about 4 holes left. Duvall falling in trouble here. We're on hole 15, par 4, -5 for the first par shot. For the first birdie shot. So Azinger, 65 or lower. No. He gets the first cut. Duvall now, 72. He gets on the fairway. First cut, 1 fairway. No. Go back down to Azinger now. -5 on his Gersh on the par 3. He makes it. He's on the green again. Duvall, +5, a 70. He doesn't do it. That's going to put him in the rough. And he needs a 24 or lower to get on the green. He doesn't do it. He's going to be shooting the short game. Go to Azinger now. 33. So it's going to be a -5, 28 for the birdie. And he couldn't seal the deal there to put him up by 3 strokes going into the last few holes. 97 or lower. He pars. And Duval's going for par here. He needs a 37. He needs a 32 or lower. And that hurt him. He's going to go +1, a bogey here. 97 or lower. He is down by 0, about 1, 2, 3 shots now. And they're coming into the last 3 holes. It's hurting him. Azinger now. We're on hole 15, par 4, -5 on the first shot. He's got a 35, and he's on. And Duval's gonna pin hunt here. Let's see, he needs a 72 or lower. He's on. Go back down to Azinger now. 65 or lower. Doesn't do it. +5 is going to put him in the rough. Alright, let's see. Duval now pin hunting here on a par 4. It's going to get -10 to his approach here. But he got on, so it'll be a 70. So he needs a 60. And he doesn't get on it. He's got a penalty shot. And the penalty shot is, let's see, he's on the par 3 approach. We got a roll on it. Right here. 0 to 50, out of bounds, a lost ball. 51 to 99, a bad line in the rough, half the R. So, this is going to be a killer, folks. He rolls a 9, out of bounds, lost ball. So I believe that's going to be an extra stroke added on. Lost ball. How does that work on a lost ball? Out of bounds. Lost ball. So that's going to add 2 on. So he's going to be... He's got to take the same approach roll again. So... He's still going to take this shot. So it's 2. And we're not going to give him anything on that. So it's just a 65 or lower. He doesn't do it, so it's going to be 3 fringe. Go back down to Azinger now. He's in the rough, 31 or lower. Doesn't do it, so he's going to go to 3, the short game. Both guys playing a bad hole here of golf. Duval now is on his 3rd shot. He's in the fringe, and this is for par. He's at 81. He can't sink it. 81 or lower. And he's going to give the gimme 97 -1. So 96 or lower for a +1. And he's down by 4 strokes now. And Duval, we'll see Azinger now. Short game 41 -1. He's a 40 or lower for par. Doesn't do it. It's going to get +1 also, 97. He's still down by 3 shots. 17th hole. Azinger. It's par 3 -9 on the first putt. So par 3. Azinger needs a 60 or lower. And he does it on the green. He rolls a 20. That's going to get him a +3 to his shot. Let's go to Azinger. Duval now. He needs a 65 or lower. And he's on also. And that's going to get him a +10 to his. Okay, so we'll go to Azinger. He's got a -9. And he's on there. So that's going to be 24 or lower. Hold on, 24, that'd be 27. For birdie, he doesn't do it. Give me 97 for birdie, for par. And he pars. And now, Duval gets a plus 10. Gets a 44. So he gets a 35 or lower for birdie. He doesn't sink it. That's going to end it for him. 97 or lower. He pars. And there's no chance now. So Azinger, we're going to hole 18, par 5, -7. 58 on the par 5. He's on the fairway. Let's go to Duval. 72, he's over. Gonna take him to an 84. First cut. Okay, so they're gonna try for the green. Azinger needs an 85 or lower on the row. He can do it, so he needs a 22 or lower. He's on with no problem. He got a 56. So that's going to put him on the fringe, -30. So we go to Duval now, -5. We're going to take that off. So we're going to go, what is that? -5 will be 67 or lower. He can do it. -5 off that, 31. Can he get on the green? He does. On the green on his second shot. But it's probably a little too late. Azinger, -30. That's going to move 49 or lower on the fringe to get on the green. He doesn't. Shoots a 99. So that's over. So that's going to put him on. Oh, -30. Also off it. So he's way over. So it'll be 2 SG. 2. Hold on. 1, 2. That'd be 3. 3 SG. And we're just gonna go finish it out with him. So 41 -7 will be a 34 or lower for par. Couldn't, well, for birdie it was. Let's see if he can par here. And he pars. Now he's going for eagle. Duval, he's on the green. He needs a 26 or lower. Let's see, I didn't do it again. 26 or lower. He gets an eagle. He couldn't do it, folks. Couldn't do it. So he needs a 97. Hold on. Yep, he was on the green. So 97. That was his third shot. Fourth shot. He pars. Okay. So that's going to put him 3. That's going to put him at a 38. This is going to put him at a 35. So he's going to end up with a 74? 73. Duval shoots a 73. And he shoots a 69. Azinger. So Azinger wins this one, the number 5 ranked over the number 4 ranked Duval. Duval is going to move on. All right, so Azinger won. He's moving on into the semifinals. And he'll be taking on Tiger Woods now in the semifinals. And Phil Mickelson and Nick Price will be in the other matchup to see who's going to qualify to meet up in the finals. So stay tuned for that next 2 matchups.